Dear, it's still too soon to know. What's gotta be positive? It's gotta be. I'll just check on it later.
Oh, Gina, you've been lying all these weeks, only pretending to be pregnant. Good. I like catching people in their lies. That's when the fun really begins.
Wait, hold on a minute here.
Yes.
What do you think you're going in such a rush, huh?
Up north to Carmel and Monterey.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country, especially this time of year.
Larry and I were going to go up there after he got out of the service. It was going to be a sort of a second honeymoon for us.
Maybe it's not such a good idea for you to go right now.
Oh, I'm going.
Yeah, but listen to me.
It's a great idea, and I know I'm not going to be unhappy about it, which is what you're worried about. I think it's going to be sort of a fitting memorial.
Look, it's a long drive. Look, I'll tell you what, huh? I'm pretty much decided about going to Stanford this fall, and, well, I haven't seen the campus, so, what, it's 2 hours past Monterey? Would you mind if I, hitched a ride with you?
Certainly not.
Why not, huh? It'll work out perfectly. We just ride together and keep each other company, huh?
Ted, I know what you're trying to do.
Look, part of my life is going to be spent at college, so, in a way, you'd be doing me a favor.
It's a very clever way to put it, but it's not a good idea.
Well, I think it is. In fact, I think it is a great idea. I'm not going to take no for an answer. What's more...
What are you doing?
I'm driving.
Yeah. You're Eden and Cruz. I was by to see you, and we'll be back soon, Sophia. Hey, baby, the mother of the bride-to-be just left a note on our door. Sometime she did. I wonder how she's going to take the news.
Get the message?
You've got to be kidding.
You know, our honeymoon compared to this trusted technology is going to look like
Like what? A child's play?
you're not a child.
You know, you, baby, you're a beast. You realize our wedding is less than 2 weeks away?
We're just around.
We are pushing outside the envelope, if you know what I mean.
Shouldn't be long now. Oh. Looks like something's starting to happen.
Yes, I'll take you home, as long as the doctors say that it's okay.
Of course he says it's okay. I'm not escaping. Julia, it's only a temporary condition. They said I'll get my sight back in at least 8 weeks or so.
8 weeks?
You're feeling sorry for me, I can tell.
Well, of course I'm feeling sorry for you.
Well, don't.
What would you like me to do, throw a party? This is upsetting.
Well, just because it's not anything permanent. It's temporary. There's no reason to get morose about it. It's some condition I'll just have to live with. Actually, I'm lucky.
I understand the difficult time that you're having. But after all, we do have a business to run. Our mattresses don't sell themselves, you know.
Yeah. Mr. Zimmerman, look, I will report to work when my wife is well, or at least I know she's on the road to recovery, okay?
As you wish, Mr. Lockridge. But I warn you, there may not be a job for you to report to if you wait too long.
Julia, what's wrong?
Nothing, Lionel.
Oh, you look upset.
It's nothing, really. Just drop it, okay? Augusta is being released later this afternoon, and then she'd like me to stick around and make sure that everything's okay.
Oh, that's okay. I can take care of things here.
No, Lionel, she doesn't want you to take care of things. She'd like me to do that.
Well, Julia, it's my place to do things like that. I mean, I don't quite understand what you're doing here anyway.
There's no great mystery to that. She called me and asked me to come here.
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm her sister.
Two sisters who haven't seen each other for 10 years, right?
We have our differences.
That must have been some different. Yeah. Well, Augusta certainly never talked about it.
Look, if you're fishing, forget it.
No, I'm not fishing. I don't want to get involved in family quarrels. But I am concerned about how Augusta is.
Well, she is feeling much better. She's very happy to be going home. I can tell you that much, all right?
Well, what about her eyes? I mean, how are they?
She's going to have to wear dark glasses for a while. Her eyes are just a little weak still.
These corneal abrasions, or whatever they are? I see. Well, I'm glad she's able to go home. I guess that means that I can take care of my own career. I kind of let it slip since I've been waiting to find out about Augusta.
Your career? Which one? Is that world traveler or skirt chaser? I always get the two of them confused.
You don't have to be condescending. I'm involved in something that's entails a great deal of responsibility. I'm not at liberty to say what it is. I can only say that, it involves most of humankind and occupies at least a third of its day.
Sounds fascinating.
It is. Yes, it really is.
Does it have something to do with the government?
As I say, I can't really talk about it, but I imagine we'll be seeing you again if you're going to be around.
Santana. Eden, I'm sorry. I just came by to see Cruz.
Don't be sorry. But Cruz is in the shower for the moment. Can I be of help?
Hey, listen, hi. I just got out of the shower.
Did you watch behind your ears?
Obviously, I picked a bad time to come calling.
No, you didn't. Not at all. You and Cruz can talk while I get dressed.
Wait a second, baby. Santana, I want you to know something. Eden and I are engaged.
You are? That's terrific. Did you set a date?
Yeah, we certainly have.
May the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's wonderful. It's just wonderful. Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Glad you're happy.
Well, I'll make myself scarce. You guys have your talk and see you later.
Okay, why don't you come on in?
Well, for just a little while.
Sure.
This business about Channing's murder, I cannot get it out of my head. You know, it just frightens me that the real killer is still out there running around somewhere.
Well, that's understandable.
I want to do whatever I can to help you catch him.
Thank you, but I really don't think there's anything you can do.
You know, Augusta was in that tunnel. Now, I am sure that you questioned her. What do you think?
Well, it's hard to tell from just...
Of course she would have lied, though, wouldn't she? You know what I could do? I could go by and I could confront her.
Now, wait a second. That's my job. I'm not deputizing a posse here. I did talk to Augusta, and, quite frankly, what she said made some sense. She said she was there to protect Warren and Lionel.
Does that mean you're not going to consider her a suspect anymore?
No, she's still high... Listen, Santana, you should forget about this.
I can't. I tried. Now, I am going to get involved.
Oh, Lindsay, it's Mason. Listen, were you able to set up that meeting for this afternoon? 3:30. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm hoping I'll have a little surprise for my beloved father. Thanks for taking care of it. Yeah, I'll see you later. Oh. Oh, no, look at that. She really is pregnant. Darn. Could have been so much fun if she hadn't been. Well, I wonder if... No, Well, why not? Yes, I think that's a wonderful idea. Mason, I do believe you're a genius.
Santana, she says she's coming over here to see you. She'll be here soon.
All right, thank you, dear.
Cece, it's really been bothering me that so many people know about Brandon now. Rosa, Reuben, Santana, everybody in the family. And I can't help but think that how much it would hurt and confuse him if it slipped out that he was adopted, that Santana's his real mother, not me.
Well, I don't think anyone will tell him that, Gina.
Well, not deliberately, but it could happen.
You have something on your mind?
Well, yes, I thought that, well, perhaps there would be less of a chance of that if Reuben and Rosa weren't working for you anymore.
Are you seriously asking me to fire Rosa and Reuben?
It was just a thought.
Gina, they have been part of this family for years. Long before Brandon was born. I can't think of anything that would provoke me to fire them.
Well, all right then. But Santana's not part of the family. She went away. And then she came back. I think it's all because of Brandon.
Maybe so, but she gives me no cause for alarm.
Well, she does me.
Gina, you let too many things alarm you.
Probably her now.
I'll get it. Santana, come in.
Did Gina tell you I was coming?
Yes, I've been expecting you. Gina, would you excuse us for a little while, please?
Of course.
When are we going to stay?
Mason, what are you still doing here?
I was upstairs using some of Dad's books to help prepare for the meeting with him this afternoon.
Oh, don't you think it's just not right for you to use your father's reference library to come up with things to use against him?
You have a keen sense of propriety, Gina. I admire that.
I also have a headache. If anyone's looking for me, I'll be in the kitchen.
Fine. Hiya, Brandon.
Hi, Mason.
Listen, do you still have that chemistry set that your Uncle Ted gave you for Christmas?
Sure. Why?
Well, I wonder if I could borrow it for a little while. I'll bring it right back.
What do you want with it?
Oh, I want a quick experiment. I won't hurt it, I promise.
Okay, I'll go get it. It's up in my room.
Great. You're a pal.
Long drive. Sure was pretty, though.
Oh, yeah.
Larry and I were going to make that drive. We're going to spend some time in Monterey. In fact, last time he was home, we made plans to do just that.
You know, if I'm going to be going up to Stanford here, I'll be driving through here a lot. Yeah, it's going to be fun, though, you know. Going to college, living on campus. Jackie, it's okay to cry if you want to.
I don't want to cry. I want to scream. I am so angry with Larry. We had so little time together. We got married and then he went off and I was always worried sick about what kind of danger he was going to be in. Damn him. He's made my life a living hell.
Your father?
At my house. Your mother?
Well, for her, there's only one place on earth we could possibly be married.
The mission.
The mission.
Well, isn't it what we think that counts, though?
Yeah, it is what we think that counts, but we don't know what we want.
Well, I will think of something.
Yeah, we better. We also got to decide where we're going to live, you know that?
We could live at my house.
2 chances, slim and fat.
Okay.
We can live right here.
Nope, not in a million years. It's too small.
See, we can't agree on anything.
Mm-mm.
Did we decide how many kids we wanted to have?
How many do you want to have?
6. What did you say?
I said none. So ruin my figure.
There you go. You know what I see in the future for us?
What do you see in the future?
Total disaster.
Not if we learn to compromise.
Who's going to learn first?
Not me. All these. I got it.
Hi. Hi. I left you a note.
Yeah, we got it. Listen, come on in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just happened to have been with Carmen when Carmen got the note that the two of you were engaged.
Look, if you've come to voice your objections...
No. I have no objections. On the contrary, I came here to tell you how happy I am for both of you.
Really?
Yes, really. I think you are going to have a wonderful life together.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Congratulations, honey.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, baby.
Thank you.
Now, there's just one thing.
What?
This is serious. I want an invitation to that wedding.
You got it.
Thank you.
As soon as we decide where it's going to be.
Yeah.
And listen, if you need any help in planning it, please call on me. I've got a lot of free time, and I'd love to help you.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Listen, I have some errands to do, but why don't you stay and visit with Cruz?
I'd like that.
I think it's time that the mother of the bride get to know the monster that her precious daughter is going to marry. Put the candles in the box. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Calcium chloride. Mm-hmm. Sodium silicate solution. If I were a 6-year-old kid, I could blow up the world. Maybe Gina.
Ten past 1. Might be ready by now.
Come on, you guys. One of you has to keep the rabbit hopping.
Mommy, is Santa still here?
Yes, sweetheart, she's in the study with Cece.
I'm glad. I didn't think she would come back.
I think she's going away very soon, sweetheart. But she's here now.
Eureka. Talk about your old Indian fighters having close shaves.
You can run along and play now, sweetheart. I have something I have to do. Oh, no. Negative. It's negative. Cece just can't get me pregnant. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Yes, indeed, Gina. What is a poor girl to do? I believe you need a knight in shining armor to come to the rescue. And I must say, Sir Mason the Gallant, your armor has never shone more brightly. I believe it's time for you to save the day. For a price, of course.
What?
Nothing.
Have I changed?
You've become more beautiful than ever.
Thank you. But beauty is a mixed blessing for a woman, isn't it? The same way good looks are for a man. I know Channing always resented his.
Channing. I can't stand thinking that his killer is still out there someplace. I'm glad Cruz is working on the case. Santana, I do have a call to make at 1:15. Would you excuse me while I did that?
Of course. Would you like me to leave?
No. I'll use the phone in the atrium. I'll be right back.
I stopped right here. Almost this very spot. 6 years ago, when I walked into this room and found Channing's body. What's happened? Let me in!
You don't want to come in here, Santana. Mason, he's been shot. Don't let anybody in here. Call the police.
Oh, my God! Oh,
Santana, don't touch him. Wait for the...
Why? Oh, baby, no.
Santana, I'm sorry.
You took him away. You took our baby away, and now you're taking him away.
Santana, stop it. This won't do any good.
Oh, I love you.
Santana, you're crying.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. It's nothing. I was just thinking about something that made me very sad. But I'm all better now.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, honestly. Thank you. Hey, listen, you better scoot, because I want to talk to Cece about something, okay?
Okay, but will I get to see you again?
You bet you will. Go on.
Thank you, Santana. I'm sorry.
Cece, Channing's killer has to be found. I don't care what it takes. He's got to be caught.
I'd come back to Santa Barbara. It was the time of Channing's party. I was disguised as Dominic because I didn't want to reveal myself to anyone until it was time. And that way I could come and go very easily. What I wanted to do, what I was trying to do was get up the courage to tell my children, my family, that I was still alive. I wanted to tell Channing first and then the others.
And you picked that day to do it?
Yes, I was going to do it later. I knew it was a very big day for Channing. I thought, well, I hoped it would be a special present.
And so you were in the house, present when he was shot, actually when Channing was shot?
I was in the corridor outside the study, and when I heard the shot, I went down the corridor to the study door, and at the same time, Joe Perkins arrived from the other direction, so I knew that he was innocent.
What do you remember when you opened the door?
Seeing my son, seeing Channing, lying there on his back, and I knew right away he was dead.
What did you do, Sophia?
I really don't know. We went into the room, and Joe went over and picked up the gun, and I guess I called his name. But then, I just really don't know. I do remember that in the corridor I saw a reflection in the mirror behind me, an image of someone, and I thought it was Lionel, but now I had my doubts. I was so frightened.
I'll bet. And then?
And then nothing for a long time.
What do you mean, nothing?
The next clear memory I have is the sun coming through the mesh wire that they put on the windows. The 6th floor of an institution. I was in an institution in Anchorage. I remember the sun blinded me, but I thought it was good, and I thought it was clean. It gave me life. And I started to see Channing's face and Sissy's face. And I started to remember who I was. And then, because I was so good at disguises, I escaped from that place. And later, Marcello found me. And he took me back to Italy, and with his help, I started to realize what happened. And I realized what a horrible injustice had been done to Joe Perkins. So I came back to Santa Barbara to help clear his name, again disguised as Dominic. And from then on, you really know the rest.
Yeah. I want to get one thing perfectly clear for myself. Now, after he was murdered, I guess you'd say you blacked out. And the very next thing you remember was coming to in Anchorage?
That's right. I think the horror of his death made me sick again. The name of the institution was the Beacon House.
Huh. And you have no idea whatsoever how you got there?
None. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Yeah. All right, will you hang on a second, please? Listen, Sophia, could we continue this sometime later today? I have to take care of some police business right now.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I really want to help, Chris.
I know you do, and I think you can.
I know I can. I hope I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks again for coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know. Listen, I need you and Hessen to do a favor for me, running a little errand. I want you to go up to Anchorage to a place called the Beacon House. It's a sanitarium. Yeah, Alaska. Today. Well, Sophia Capwell spent a great deal of time there, and I need to find out who admitted her, how she got there. So see if you can talk to anybody who might have been working at the place 6 years ago or so. And be real thorough, would you please? I think this may be the key to this whole mess. Yeah, we'll take a picture. We got several. Don't worry about that. I'll cover for you. Okay, good luck. Bye.
Ross, I'm glad you got back from your vacation to handle this case. Earl said the meeting was set for 3:30?
That's right.
Well, it's 3:45. I can't imagine where Mason is. I thought I raised him to be punctual, at least.
Well, maybe he got tied up somehow.
Don't make excuses for him. If he was going to be late, he should have called us. Just shows you how irresponsible he's become. It's his own case, and he's not on time to argue it.
Well, I thought you'd still be in your meeting. Is it over already?
No, it hasn't even begun. We're waiting for Mason to show up. But we're not going to wait any longer. Ross, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to tie you up anymore.
You let me know now when you want to reschedule.
All right, but next time I'll do it at my convenience and not Mason's.
Whoa. I was just about to ring. Hello, Uncle Ross.
Mason.
Finally decided to show up, did you?
I really do apologize. Something came up at the last minute.
Where's Mrs. Gillis?
She had to work, but I have her authorization to take the meeting without her, so why don't we go ahead and get started?
All right. First, I want to talk with Ross in the study for a moment before we start.
Certainly. I must have him nervous. He's called out his big gun. Top of the afternoon to you, Gina.
Why are you so cheerful, Mason? Cece's very upset with you for being so late.
I know. That's one of the reasons I'm so cheerful. The other is my delight in seeing you. After I get through with this meeting with Dad and his minion, I want to have a little chat with you.
We don't have anything to talk about.
I believe you're mistaken, unless you're not interested in maintaining your marriage to Dad.
What do you mean?
Well, that's why we have to have our little talk, so you can find out what I mean. You won't be sorry you waited around, Gina. See you later.
Okay, just walk straight ahead. Oops. Oh, sorry. All right. Here, let me help. My room. I should have known it was there. Funny how you take things for granted. Okay, why don't you just sit right over here like that, and I will move some of these things. You mean sort of stay out of your way, huh? Do you want me to unpack? No, don't bother. Nothing in there that I need. Well, isn't this going to be fun? You'll get used to it, I promise. No, I won't. I don't want to. Okay, fine. Then you won't get used to it. Well, I can't read. I can't look out of the garden. I can't watch television. I can't even make phone calls. Being blind isn't all it's cracked up to be. Glad to see you haven't lost your sense of humor. Well, I'm trying to keep it. It'll pass, Augusta. What if it doesn't? What if I stay like this? It will. The doctors promised me it would be 8 weeks or so.
It's only been a couple of days and I can't stand it.
God, this is going to be a long 8 weeks.
Oh, well, it's easy for you to say. You can just sit there and be smug and brave. You don't have any disabilities.
Oh, yeah? And if you think you're easy to overcome, you're mistaken.
Thanks a lot. Well, I could do macrame. I could sew. I could knit. If only I knew how.
That sounds like a very nice idea. And now you have plenty of time to learn. I'm going to go get us some tea. Do you want something to eat? A sandwich? Maybe a 7-course meal?
No, thank you. I'll just sit here and wait patiently. I have always depended on the kindness of sisters.
Oh, well, you're in luck because I'm kind and I'm your sister.
Don't be long.
I won't. I'll be downstairs, and if you need me, just yell bloody murder, and I'll come running.
No, I'm all right. I'm fine.
Okay, Big Bear. Do your stuff. Charm her. I can't seem to pull it off, so I'm counting on you.
Yeah?
Never guess what I found.
Well, for instance, who admitted her? Somebody had to bring her to the institution. That name would be on the accounting, on the admitting record. The files were stolen.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Thanks for trying to help. I appreciate it. Same to you.
I got some great stuff for dinner.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, and I got a whole bunch of stuff here. All kinds of little brochures and everything about silverware patterns and ideas for bridesmaids' dresses and even an idea of my wedding gown, but I don't think I'm going to let you see that yet.
Yeah, that's really nice. Could we talk about this a little later, though?
Why? What's wrong?
Well, I just came to a dead end, and I need to figure out a way to work out of it.
Oh, I see. So now I'm going to have to go down to the station and sleep with your captain in order to get attention. Is that it?
You do, and I'll turn into an ape. Wait a minute. Why not? Why not?
Well, guess I'll just kind of take a jog to the kitchen here and become a housewife.
Rob, this is Cruz again. Listen, man, I need an accounting of all visa requests for Marcello Armonti in the last 15 years. I want to find out how many times he entered the United States. And I need it right away, man, so if you could get it to me, I'm here on my boat waiting, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Why do you want that?
Well, I figure Marcello lied to us once already about a trip, right? Maybe he's lying to us again. So I just figured I'd find out.
So you happy with your room?
Yeah, it's fine.
Good. Well, I'm right next to you, so all you have to do is just bang on the wall, and I'll be right there.
I don't think I'm going to need anything. That'll be fine.
Okay. Are you still glad we came?
Yeah. You know what, Ted? I almost have a feeling that Larry's with me. You know what I'd really like to do?
What?
Go on the 17-mile drive before dark. I know we've been in the car all day, but are you up for another 17 miles?
Hey, if it would make you happy, I'd go another 100 miles for you.
It's really sweet, but if you don't want to go, I'll be fine by myself.
No, I want to. I just got to get the bags inside and pay for the rooms in advance. I don't know, because they want me to.
Listen, I want you to be honest with me, though. If you don't feel like going, you can take the car back and I'll rent a car here.
I don't want to drive home, okay? No way.
I'm going to be okay by myself if that's what you're worrying about.
Would you listen to me? I want to go with you. I want to go on this 17-mile drive. And then I'd like to take you out to dinner, okay?
Okay.
Good. Then settled. Sure hard to convince, you know that?
Thank you so much, Ted. Dear God, please let me get through this day and night.
You see, the important thing for us to do is to register, say, at a bridal registry. And that way, people get us exactly what we want, instead of, say, 25 self-cleaning outdoor barbecues or mismatched brandy snifters, you know?
Yeah, well, I don't know, though, if I could drink out of a matched snifter.
Well, I think you'll learn.
Well, maybe... Oh, I gotta get that. Yeah, Castillo here.
I think I've got what you want, Cruz. Our first indication is that said Armante came to America 16 years ago.
Right, we got that one.
Then he came back again 3 years ago, and his last entry was 4 months ago.
What, and that's it? There were no more visits?
That's it, buddy. I'm glad he wasn't going in and out like it was a revolving door.
Well, that's not exactly what I was hoping to hear. But if that's it...
That's all the computer came up with.
Great. Well, thanks, Rob. Listen, I appreciate your... While I got you, man, one more favor. You want to run a check on any visa requests for a Hans Riker?
I'll have to get back to you. Is that R-Y-K-E-R?
Yeah, that's right, for the same period of time. And I'm, again, time is of the essence. So I'll be waiting for you. Bye. I'm sorry, baby, but I got to do this.
I think you're a genius. Put those glasses. Oops. There. This.
To that, I'm prepared to produce sworn statements from 5 petroleum engineers stating that the Blake Carney pressure relief valves could not possibly have been installed properly within a 2-day period. We also have a presumption, which I'm following up on, that while the valve was ordered, delivery may not have actually been taken. Now, that's still inconclusive, but there's strong indications I think I can substantiate.
I rather imagine that for every deposition you can come up with, we can produce one swearing just the opposite.
Well, I'm not quite finished, Ross. I've obtained subpoenas for all of the Capwell files concerned with the accident and the rig in question. I also intend to get depositions from every Capwell Enterprises employee who was remotely concerned with the operation of that rig. I already know of at least one former employee who worked on the rig that was dismissed immediately after the explosion. I have a detective tracking him down. There's something else. I think you should have a look at these, Dad.
What are those?
All photos, clippings of Benjamin Gillis before and after the accident.
I don't need to look at them.
Oh, yes, you do. I want you to see what happened. Fine, strong young man reduced to total paralysis, hopelessly dependent on the care of others.
I think we're all aware of Mr. Gillis' condition, Mason. Photos like that are simply inflammatory.
You're right, Ross. And I intend to inflame a jury with them if I have to, if you force me into that position.
All right, let's get to the bottom. What is it you want, Mason?
First of all, I want to hear better numbers than a $40,000 settlement. I believe we'll start with $2 million, minimum.
Julia? What are you doing?
I'm right here. Coming in the room right now.
You here?
Yeah. I had some tea for you.
I didn't want any tea. I feel so helpless. How will I know what time it is or who's in the room with me? How am I going to sleep? Worst of all, how am I going to know when I wake up?
Can't you distinguish light from dark?
No, there's nothing. It's all black and empty. It's like nothing.
Oh, well, it'll be okay.
Where are you?
I'm right here. I got a surprise for you.
What?
It's a giant teddy bear.
Oh. Wish I could see him.
Well, why don't you hug him instead? That's nice.
Wonderful. Who gave it to me?
The card said it's from Lionel.
But I don't want it.
Oh, and he's so cute. You sure? He's very expensive.
Well, wait a minute. I think it's mink.
I don't know. If I were you, I'd keep it.
Very soft. Maybe I'll sleep with it. At least he won't snore or mumble in his sleep. Or groan, thinking about other women. Mr. in charge of it all, I'm beginning to feel neglected.
Eden, I can't spend 24 hours of every single day keeping you amused.
I don't expect 24 hours. I expect 23 or 22.
22? Aye, sure, not at all. I can handle 22, but when am I going to sleep?
You can sleep on your job. That way I'll have you more.
That would look great, wouldn't it? Santa Barbara's finest dozing at his desk.
Mm-hmm. Well, come over here. Let's see if we can get a compromise going.
Not Eden.
Oh, cool.
I thought you wanted to find out about Marcello as much as I did.
More.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. But while we're waiting, we can amuse ourselves.
Yeah, wait till your restaurant starts open. I'd say I'm going to be there every night, keeping you from doing your work.
Mm-hmm. Just to get even with me, I bet.
We're going to be a pizza repair.
Stop talking.
Hold that pose.
Yeah.
Castillo here, go ahead.
I've got it for you, Cruz. Hans Riker only came to the United States one time. July 15, 1979.
Robert, you just made my day, man. Thank you very much. I'll be in touch. Did you hear that, babe? July 15, 1979. That means Marcello, as Hans Riker, came to the United States 2 weeks before Channing Jr. was killed. I think we're on the right track.